So today we surprised one of our clients in Nairobi County with a free cement mixer that we're handing over to the client who's doing a residential apartment, multi-story residential apartment, where they're adopting the use of EPS slab panels and CMAX EPS wall panels. One of the main advantages of this in this project is it saves on weight reduction, saves on steel and concrete cost, making the project quite cost effective and resulting to a cost reduction of up to 20% in this project. So we shall be handing over the project matters to the contractor handling the project to facilitate him and assist him in to be able to executing the works properly and effectively, and to ensure great partnership between CMAX as a manufacturer and our client. So thank you, and join me as we give out the cement mixers and plant a tree today. We shall come again in 1 year from now and just see how the project has turned out.
My name's Anthony Minishi, and I'm really happy to see the new technology using APS panels. And the technology is from CMAX, Advanced Building System, and it has helped us here on site by, it has reduced the cost of work here. There is not a lot of work. Then the manpower here isn't that much. So we are using this one and it has reduced a lot. Time consuming is very few, and we appreciate and really encourage others to come in. You can buy from them so that you can also enjoy the new technology. Thank you.
So my name is Jeremiah Maina, and here with me I have a contractor on site who I want him to describe about us, about EPS, about the advantages, and I think I can give him the chance so that he can tell us about himself and, as we go on.
Okay, my name is John Waithaka Mwangi, the director of a company called Hip House, and I still have another company called Balance Construction Company. We normally do the building and construction. We have the experience of about 30 years from down the line, and we have come to this so that we can have to look the way we are doing the slab with the CMAX and their products.
Okay, so Mr. Waithaka,
Yes.
what can you tell us about using the EPS technology?
The EPS technology, the best of it is that on the formwork, if you can go on the formwork side first, it depends on the structural design and the engineers, the normal foundation you do as the way it is supposed to be according to the structural engineer. But when you come to the formwork side now, that is now the time you can, instead of using the formwork, we normally use the formwork. Now we can use the CMAX product for the slabs and the panels for the walling. One, on the formwork, if you do the formwork, you just put the joists or the cross members and the poles centers normally as the others, but on the top side you don't cover. You don't use trappers, you don't use the marine board. What you do, use the panels for the formwork. So on the surface, that is one. It saves the trappers and the marine board. Two, according to the structural engineer's design, you just check the beams, the layout of the beams, the bars that are reinforcing the beams. That one, normally, you use the structural engineer. But when you come to the slab, now you use the panels to reduce the cost of the steel that you are applying on the building. That is first.
So would you recommend using EPS panel on construction to other constructors and engineers?
Yes, the EPS, the CMAX or the EPS panels are very sufficient. One, the area or the space they are covering, it is reducing the minimal cost of the concrete or the aggregate, because it is reinforced. It has the steel that supports the other slab. What you do, what I have experienced, is that on the all bottom ones of the slab, You don't use the bottom ones. You don't use the bottom twos. What you normally play up after setting the beams, you do the toppings because it has the bottom mesh and the top, but it's supporting the other bars on the spans. Now the bottom two, you don't need to put it, but the tops, you use the structural design as the way it has been designed, and the centers, it changes depending on the spans. So it is very sufficient and it's economical, both on the two sides.
Thank you.
On concrete, sorry, okay. On concrete, on covering the slab, just the beams is the only that they are the ones, because it has no load on the walling.
So on the EPS panel, CMAX has advantages of other companies.
Yes.
And I think you can tell us about the 2 or 3 advantages of using the CMAX panels from the other companies.
The best of it, because we have discussed and we have just worked with them on the other sites, and I got the reference from the other site. The best of it is strong, even where now we are standing. It's very firm, it's very strong. What you do just is to see the way it is supposed to be laid. There is the way you are the time you are buying them, that is now the time. You can get how you have to apply them according to the reinforcement. It is very good. It's very sufficient.
So on this EPS panel, the CMAX, when you ordered for your delivery, you saw that maybe the panel they are done customization.
Yes.
So how has the customization helped you on site?
Let's say that according to now, first of all, what I really recommend is that the engineer that from the CMAX, he has to visit the site and see the setup of the building, and then after that, he tells you, once you get the span of the formwork, you just give him, or he just take the measurement so that he can give you the side and where to position your slab. It is very easy, it is very sufficient on time.
On the last one, on your general objective, what can you advise other constructors out there and the clients that want to build apartments and high-rises and bungalows and mansions? How can you advise them?
What I can advise the clients or the other contractors is that after doing the redesign, after designing the building, after having the architectural and the structural, that is now the time, the best time for them to come, visit the CMAX, sit down, so that they can get the calculations of the area that they are covering, for them to reduce and to try to check the savings and the timely, depending on the time they want to construct the building.
Okay. I appreciate for your time.
Yes.
I'm glad.
Thank you very much.
Okay, keep working together.
Thank you.
So, here with me, I have the co-director of Hip House. He can introduce himself, and he can tell us about himself and the company.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is David Mwangi Waithaka. I'm the co-director of Hip House Limited, and I'm enjoying the process of installing the APS panels. And he was asking me about what did you say?
You can tell us about the advantages of and how you have experience on site, and the advantages of using CMAX EPS panels over other EPS out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll start with the customization process, which I've enjoyed the customization of it all because the panels arrive at the site already cut depending on the span that we ordered for. So, which makes the installation quite easier because it's saving me on the labor cost for cutting and splitting them according to size. Also, he's asking about the advantages. If you can see at them, if you can look at them right now, they have 2 double connectors which connect the wire mesh on both sides. So that actually gives them a pretty good tensile strength of about 800 newtons per millimeter squared. Yeah. Anything else?
That's good. I appreciate for your answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.